Everybody, welcome back. Got another quick video being X week. This time we predicted maybe Nightcrawler yesterday with the Untouchable. Tana mentioned Rogue. Ended up being Kitty Pryde, which was someone else that we talked about as well. Not super surprised, but let's check out what is going on with her and a little Easter egg about a legendary who I think we probably already know who that's going to be, even though it's a little bit surprising some, but very popular character. All right, so let's go check it out.
Bring me WolverThor!
Hey, come look at it.
Oh, well, hold on. I got to shoot something real quick, okay? I'll be right there. All right, I'll be right there. All right, got to shoot this because the kids want to play. So anyway, X Sneak Week or day 3. You know, again, it's Astonishing X-Men, which, by the way, are going to be called AXmen, AXmen. So that's how it's going to shake out. Got to get that real quick. All right, so, and it was talking about Kitty Pryde. All right, so Catherine Kitty Pryde, phase herself, solid matter, blah, blah, blah. And it talked about the expert combatant and possess genius level aptitude for programming. We mentioned that the other day when we were looking at the wiki. So I'm not sure if we're going to really see much of that in here, but it mentions it, which is kind of fun. They talk about Lockheed, who's going to accompany her in this, so that's pretty cool. They've got the special bond fight alongside each other on numerous X-Men missions, and now Lockheed's going to be with Kitty here. She's going to be the Protector, who's adept at dealing with enemy taunters, which we'll see in her kit in a second, and fortifying her allies. So she'll have some of that fortification, which is great. She flips taunt to defense down, disrupts enemies, an AoE attack. When the Astonishing X-Men or Axmen legendary character is present, this to me was the most fun part of this blog, or whatever you want to call it, I guess at this point. But that we're going to get an actual legendary character coming with this group. One of our friends, Tony Scangelle, had mentioned this, I think, a few weeks ago, maybe? I don't remember. It was a bit ago. And I think he's probably right with who we talked about, which we'll talk about after we go through our kit, because some of the stuff in here seems to play with this particular character. Kitty Pryde heals the most injured Astonishing X-Men ally on enemy miss or Astonishing X-Men dodge. Well, it's right there. So this legendary character, when this legendary character is present, she'll heal the most injured X-Men ally on an enemy miss or Astonishing X-Men's dodge. So this legendary character is likely to put somebody who's gonna have somebody miss or dodge. Now, you could go into somebody like Xavier and say, well, he can mind control people and make them miss and help people dodge and all that kind of thing. But let's just get into it right now. I believe it is Nightcrawler, exactly what Tony was saying. It just makes sense. We've already heard Nightcrawler come into the game a little bit more recently. The dodge aspect, the miss aspect, the heal aspect, that's Ghost-esque with the, healing when dodging or missing or whatever. And I believe Nightcrawler is the right type of character to do that. Could it be, Xavier? I suppose it could be, but I think it's more than likely going to be Nightcrawler, given that he seems to be tied in with this group. We talked about that in one of the first videos. Just makes too much sense. On her turn in raids, Kitty applies defense up for 2 turns to the Axmen allies, and on an enemy turn, apply evade to the most injured Astonishing X-Men ally, which is awesome. So, this is going to be a really good raid team in my mind, and we haven't even seen the last character yet. It seems like they're going to be pretty solid. So her overall traits are Hero, Global, Mutant, Protector, X-Men, Astonishing X-Men, Shadowcat Strike is her basic. You're going to attack primary target for 250% damage and clear 2 positive effects. I'm sure that's going to be a T4 and to get those 2 full effects. Her special and ultimate are both optional first term abilities, short cooldowns, 4 out of 4, each of them 4 out of 4. Her special, which is called Lockheed Blast, this is the AoE. Attack all enemies for 280% damage. Apply offense down for 2 turns to all enemies that are not taunting. Already a great ability. Flip taunt to defense down on all taunting enemies. If an enemy had taunt, fill this character's speed bar by 30%, which makes her go faster, obviously. So I really love this ability. It's AoE. Offense down on everybody for 2 turns unless they were taunting, which, let's be real, if it's a tank who's taunting, they're probably not worried about how much they're going to hit for. I love it. And then the taunt goes to defense down on those taunting enemies, so you could probably hit them. I'm going to be interested to see how this works with focus and everything against a Marauders type team. Depending on speed and synergy, I'm just thinking about Strife and getting that off of them, and offense all over the place. But there's immunities anyway. Might be a crazy idea. We'll see who else, how potentially Nightcrawler shapes everybody up, and the other character, which we'll get to in a second. The ultimate mischievous sprite. 4 out of 4 again. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 320% damage plus apply disrupted. I like this again when you're thinking about Strife, etc. If to get somebody to not taunt there, right? But now the part, it says if target is tech, apply disrupted for 2 turns instead. So, anybody you want tech up there to get some extra turns. Ultron's not really a thing as much anymore, but it's there. This attack is unavoidable and cannot be blocked. So you got the basic to fill in after you're using these 2 effects, but I see that more than likely, I guess it depends on who you're fighting, honestly. I like both of these. The offense down for 2 turns, you really want to use that on enemies who've got the ability to get a lot of ults early on. I'm thinking about Doc Ock and those guys as well. Again, depending on speed. And then you've got this ultimate, which is going to do some primary and adjacent targets, which also applies disrupted. So, when Doc Ock's potentially going to drop some of those heals or, disrupts or whatever, maybe that's, not going to, and it cannot be blocked, so it's like, all right, if you can't block this, it's unavoidable. Maybe you use that ultimate on someone like Doc Ock first turn right away, and it's like, all right, these guys are already countering him. So maybe you want to be careful building up that Doc Ock too much if these guys are truly going to counter that in war. Which would be awesome, because we're mainly talking about these guys in raid, but if this is able to counter them in war, that's pretty nice. Passive, untouchable, gain 30% dodge chance, which is fantastic. It's a high dodge chance, I like it. When this character drops below 50% health, gain stealth for 2 turns. Very Loki of her. I do also like that, considering especially when, where was the heals at? You've got heals with Beast, and you've got the, it's going to get here in a second. Oh, it's only on raids. Where was the heals at? I know. Oh, yeah, it was. On enemy turn, apply Evade and most injured. Where was... Oh, it's when this legendary character is present. Heal the most injured astonishing. So that might be in the legendary characters kit. It doesn't show up here. So anyway, when she drops below 50% health, if she's the most injured and that astonishing AXmen is present, then she's going to heal herself, which is great. So she gets above that 50%. So it could be tough to kill her. In raids, on turn, apply defense up to the 2 most injured astonishing X-Men allies or self. Again, that's just the 2 most injured. On enemy turn, apply evade to the most injured astonishing X-Men ally or self. So I personally, again, I'm really liking this kit. It's fun. I could see some potential war uses here. I've been mentioning Doc Ock. I'm not sure if Emma's going to be there or not, given her ability to clear things and put in immunity, but we'll see. Don't miss the Finals X sneak peek in Friday's blog, where we reveal the Firecracker 4th member, Jubilee. No doubt about it. This is going to be Jubilee. I suppose I could speculate more, but let's be real. It's going to be Jubilee. It just makes too much sense. Let's check out some of these ability animations by Kitty Pryde here. That's pretty basic, because it was her basic. Nothing special there. Or I guess that was her basic. I don't know what that first one was. It's only, and here's her special. So this is when she calls in Lockheed, which is pretty nice. So you've got that AoE out there. You got the offense down everywhere, and this is where it's going to hit the primary and adjacents for getting some disrupts. It's showing here against Mercs, which, again, that's another potential with this team, is using them against Mercs. So, yeah, let's check that out one more time. I mean, it's pretty nice. So she's hitting the basic there, which was one animation on it. I guess there's a couple animations here that I can go through, which is pretty cool. I guess it just depends. And, again, the special AoE. And I really did like how she's phasing through the 4 on that basic. I think she did it with her special as well here. Yeah, this is the other one where she does it, where she goes through the floor on her basic and just kind of pops around. And it looks like that's probably going to be kind of slow. So, I'm not sure how quick that's going to be going through, if you're trying to speed through something. But, again, I really like it. Nightcrawler, expected legendary. I don't know if Nightcrawler is going to be announced this week. Tomorrow is Friday. And that is supposed to be the last day of it's the last day of the week, and normally that's the last thing we get from these guys. So I'm expecting just Jubilee, but you know, who knows? Maybe we'll get some information from an Envoy perspective to release, and that's when we'll get to know the legendary aspects of this. That kind of, you know, plays hand in hand with a lot of the stuff that we normally get from these guys. So what do you guys think? Are you happy about the AXmen? Are you not so happy? Or is it too many characters? I still feel like this is a lot of characters in 1 month. I'm not sure exactly how they're going to be released. We still got Shatterstar and Longshot they introduced. I'm like, so who's actually coming to play here shortly? Because, you know, I guess it could be these 4 and the two Shatterstar and Longshot. So we'll see. So anyway, that's all I got. A quick little speculation-ish. Also reading the blog type video, some commentary with the team. I have to admit that I am kind of really liking the way this team's shaping up, and we still got 2 characters to go. I really think Jubilee's likely to provide energy and blinds, which again is awesome. So I think this is going to be a very controller-esque type team. Maybe not a lot of high damage, but we'll see. So that's what I got. Appreciate you guys stopping by. If you want to come chat on the Discord, link in the description below. Hammer down that like button, notification bell, subscription button. You know the stuff that's down there, right? At this point, I think. Anyway. And until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day.